Alright, so, making progress. Hello, Void. Let's just get this going and out of the way. I've got things to do. Resident Evil, Retribution. Okay, we're here again. Now, I will say this month has at least been inspiring me to sit down and play some video games? Movies that are related to video games. Yeah, I'm playing my video games again. In fact, I just replayed the entirety of Dead Space, and I've taken to do a lot of these. And now I've picked up Resident Evil. That game's hard. But that's problems for another potential future show at some point. Okay, so first off, Resident Evil Retribution, Part 5. Guys, number your sequels, please. That's not asking for a lot, is it? This whole series requires you to just know which one to watch next. Other than Resident Evil and Resident Evil the Final Chapter. You got your end caps. But, I mean, admittedly, you can sort of, kind of follow a theme. Like, first you have an apocalypse, and then after apocalypse comes an extinction. Then after there's extinction, you can have your afterlife. Okay, sure, fine. It's a little bit of a stretch, but I guess it makes a little bit of sense-ish enough. Then you get Retribution, I guess. Breaking the whole host-life theme. Now we're just on to Vengeance. Just number your sequels, that's all I'm saying. Okay, so this one picks up pretty much where the last one left off, so which is nice. There's no real confusion, at least in the beginning. It just picks up where that one left. They made it to the ship of Arcadia, and now Arcadia was being swarmed by Umbrella airships, soldiers, and a brainwashed Jill Valentine. Left off on a cliffhanger. Okay, cool. This one picks up right there. I will say, the beginning of this movie kind of works for me. It's interestingly done in, like, it starts with Alice pretty much exploded off the side of the ship, and then it's slowly reversing things, so it shows how it got to that point, before doing the traditional Resident Evil voiceover, and then just speeding through it again. And, you know, it looked cool. I liked it. It was stylistically interesting. It was better than just doing the generic action scene, and yeah, okay. And after that, we sort of jump to, well, what looks like Alice waking up somewhere else, looking a little different, with a husband and a child, and it's going from there. Yeah. And then pretty much an opening similar to the remake of Day of the Dead happens. And I was digging it. It seemed like it was a return to form on the zombie genre, and cool. It wasn't a tense little zombie flick for 20, it felt like 5-10 minutes. Okay, cool. That all worked for me. And then it goes back to Alice waking up in an interrogation chamber. It kind of hinted that that was someone who was linked with Alice, like through a clone, one of her clones, I guess. It goes into that a little bit later, but so now she is in this underground facility and needs to break out. And yeah, that's pretty much it. The main plot of this was her trying to get out, including running through several simulation areas, places that are made up to look like various cities where they unleash their biohazards or their weapons of undead destruction. And what our Dawn of the Dead style thing was one of those simulations that we saw being run, and when she goes through that one, she sees the kid that her other self had, who now thinks she's her mom, and has to protect this, doing the whole Ellen Ripley Newt thing. And okay, that part works for me too, with the relationship there, her trying to cling on to it. To a point, I will say I would rather have continued on with the Angela from number 2, which is still not heard from. But instead we got Becky, little hard of hearing child. Okay, sure, fine. Alright. And the movie's just one big, we gotta escape. Before crazy computer kills us all. Fine. It looks like it would be a cool video game. I will give it that. It's a series of action set pieces from there that look like they could be in a good video game. I don't know if it was being a Resident Evil video game, but you know, a fun video game nonetheless. Alrighty, so I've got some continuity issues to go over. First, to its credit, we introduced some more actual Resident Evil characters. Ada Wong shows up, and her portrayal, okay, yeah, she does good. They do good. Bing Lee plays Ada, though she's dubbed over, actually, by her original voice actor from the games. Okay, she works pretty well. Then we've got Barry. I can never remember his last name. He's from the original Resident Evil. Despite me now having started playing the game, I still don't know much about Barry's personality, but it seemed like a decent portrayal. I wasn't really bothered by it. Though Leon S. Kennedy is in this one, and I just wasn't feeling him. The only Resident Evil game, admittedly, I've played to completion is Resident Evil 4, where you play as Leon. And I've seen Leon in Resident Evil Degeneration and Damnation. So, I'm familiar. He just didn't seem like him. Just, something was wrong in the personality. He didn't have the charm or charisma that Leon has. I like Leon. I don't like this Leon. Entertainingly, Matt Mercer, who voices Leon in the games, actually auditioned for the role and got turned down in favor of whoever it was they got playing him here. So let's say conveniently here. I'm not sure. Might be Kevin Durand. Anyway, I wasn't digging him. But, like I was saying, continuity issues. First off, where are Chris and Claire? I mean, the ship they were on was attacked. Are they dead now? Are they coming back next movie? Are we even going to say their names? No. No, but maybe Alice asked once about where they were. Other than that, we're not going to touch it. So, don't know. I'd like to know. But we don't know. So, for a bit of spoiler for the last one, it looked like Albert Wesker got his ass handed to him on that same ship and died. So, Alice killed him on that ship. And yet here he is again. And he's on Alice's side. Because. Okay, so Wesker is saying that the whole thing happened because Umbrella was selling bioweapons here, bioweapons there, everyone wanted the bioweapons, and now Armageddon. Before, it made it more seem like it was because of the Raccoon City incident and everything leaked out, but maybe it was a combination, but now we're muddying the waters. Anyway, Wesker doesn't really go into why he's now a rogue agent, but he is. So he's now trying to get Alice out of there so she can help him take down Umbrella. Now, with how much of a bastard, an enjoyable, but still a bastard who was in the last movie, why he's suddenly a protagonist, I don't know. But he's now. And the movie doesn't really seem interested in exploring why he's now helping, but he's helping. Okay. Who is the antagonist? I don't know who's running Umbrella anymore. But the Red Queen's back, and she seems to be the one in charge, at least of this facility, so Red Queen is doing all she can to kill him, kill her. She seems to be behind the Jill Valentine's control. And she's the one unleashing weapons and obstacles to try to kill not only the Leon's team, who's coming in to try to rescue Alice, but Alice trying to work her way out. So, I guess despite the Red Queen having been neutralized in the first one, I guess they had a backup or something. I mean, what happened to the White Queen that was in was it Extinction? I don't know, but I guess that's what we're doing. And the whole movie pretty much has pacing issues throughout the majority of it. With after the first zombie attack thing, it goes into a non-stop. You're running really quick around from action to action to action with really very little breathing room. And it's not exactly working in this one's favor. I will say I appreciate the return of Michelle Rodriguez, playing both a soccer mom version and hardened soldier again, so it's interesting to see her in dual roles as both protagonist and villain, since everybody's clones now. Because I guess she's an assembly line clone model, just like Alice and like everyone else. You got Carlos Oliveira there again, but as a clone. So, as much as I was happy to see her back, it's not enough to really pull this movie up enough for me. This one's another one that I was like, I would have enjoyed it more if there weren't so many questions and glaring plot holes that I was having. I mean, the first time I saw it was a while after seeing Afterlife, so I didn't have as many problems because I didn't have all of it fresh. But now watching them back to back to back to back to back like this, I pick up on a lot more. And now, like, Wesker's shift just comes out of nowhere and is offered no explanation. So, I don't know. Also, I'm not sure where she got the get-up. Like, she's in a cell at the beginning of this, being interrogated with loud sounds to try to break her spirit. Then Wesker sends in Ada Wong, and she shuts down the facility, and then just suddenly a drawer opens with battle-ready get-up for her. Why was that right there? Was it sent there by Ada? Was it just always waiting there just in case? I don't know. Also, Lucas, a minor character from Afterlife, who looked like he died. At least I thought he had died. I could be mistaken, but was back. Died again, so we'll see if that keeps being a trend. So this one's kind of a hot mess. Probably the best I could give this one's a 2, just because of all the glaring issues I've been having with it. Right down there with Extinction. I didn't dislike it as much as Extinction, but it was frustrating me with having to ask why all the time. But there we are. Not sure how the final chapter is going to shake out. That's the only one I had never seen before going into this, but this one I had seen only once, so I didn't really remember much of it, admittedly. Just checking my notes. I don't think I've got anything else to add. 2 MacGuffins. Hopefully the final one grabs the reins and pulls back up. I'd like a good climax to this, but overall the series is more misses than hits, really. 1 and 2, sure. 4 was okay. 3 and 5, and then... So we'll be moving on to the final chapter, at least in this series. Part 6. See you soon.